Hey everyone, in this video, I wanted to go over how you're able to put in a list of data, score that data for certain categories to be true, and then segment that data into completely separate campaigns. And so for this example, what we have done is we have created a table where we are trying to reach out to different roles inside of an HR department. And depending on what the company Glassdoor overall rating is, we give them a completely different campaign. And so, on one hand, if they have a Glassdoor rating above 4, we're going to give them a specific campaign. And on the other hand, we're going to give them, if it's below 4, we're going to give them a different campaign. Now, oftentimes, when you're just using custom variables, like if we just wanted to say, hey, I noticed that your Glassdoor is 3.5, we could do that as a custom variable. But because if they have an overscore of 4, we want to say completely different things to them. And if they have an underscore of 4, we want to say, again, completely separate things to them. We're able to do this process completely automatically in Clay without using any other conditional logic or any other craziness. And I'm going to walk you through it right now. This data here, candidly, is just data that I pulled from Apollo. When we walk through the table, we're just going to keep scrolling all the way to the right. I use the find work email function in Clay to be able to find all of their email addresses, and I normalize their company names so that we could get rid of the incorporateds and co's and all of these things. Now, here's the interesting part. I set up a Google search where I was searching site, glassdoor.com, and then we're looking for the company name from the Apollo data. And then I searched overall rating because I wanted the highest chance of them to mention their overall rating. So if we see in this snippet, it says Titmouse. Oh, wow, that's weird. Titmouse has an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 based on 145 reviews, blah, 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 blah. So this is important, 3.8 out of 5. So what I did is I used a couple of formulas to extract that rating out of the text. And then I scored that row by giving some lead filters where basically I said, look, if the rating is between 1 and 4, I want it to be scored as a 5. If the rating is between 4 and 5, I want it to be scored as a 10. So then I could set up conditional logic and I could add the lead automatically to the this is the campaign if the score is under 4, and this is the campaign if the score is 4 and above. And immediately I was able to add all of that data straight into our campaigns. And all I did was just set up some conditional logic here where I sent everything in and then I said score has to equal 5 because there's only one, even though the score is 3.8 over here, the rating is 3.8 since I scored it. And this is how I just made it easier so I didn't have to set up a bunch of things. But then we sent them into completely separate campaigns. When I revisit this campaign, do I have to do any crazy filtering or spend time in Google Sheets or do any craziness? No. All I have to do is come back, import more data into this campaign. Clay is going to automatically run all of the enrichments for me that I could possibly need. And then I sit back and relax and take care of it. And it's completely done. No more time invested into this campaign. If this campaign is working, we're just going to grab more data from Apollo, throw it into the Clay table, and then we're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed it and you got some ideas on how to do some lead scoring and then put people into separate campaigns based on it.